Well, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm still wide awake right now. If you know me pretty well, this time of night I'm usually editing my videos. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this late at night, there's a pretty good reason for that. Okay, so all jokes aside, for me, video editing is a form of storytelling. And usually once I sit down, I like to do it for several hours uninterrupted. And during the day with kids at home, it's simply not really possible to do that. So that is why I'm usually doing this pretty late at night. And when I'm using my brain late at night, I get pretty hungry. So I've been looking in the fridge and I found some rainbow trout, leftover rainbow trout from a couple days ago. These fish were in fact caught in my last episode, and they were really nice rainbow trout, 19 to 20 inches, roughly around 2.5 pounds. I filleted these fish once I got home and I cut them into small pieces like that, and I just seasoned it with salt, lemon, pepper, and pan fried in oil, a mix of oil and butter, and they were great. Personally, trout is not, to be honest, it's not my favorite fish to eat. My favorite fish to eat are the white flesh fish such as lingcod, halibut, pike, walleye, bass. Those I find really delicious, but there's nothing wrong with trout. I mean, they're just not on my top of my preference list. So I sound a little spoiled. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take the leftover trout and just prepare a really simple snack, which I've discovered in the last few weeks and I really enjoy it. And you can use this for late night snack or daytime snack, however you want it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these fish and just kind of peel the skin off and leave the flesh in this mixing bowl right here. So we take the skin off. Do you guys eat the skin? Because I personally eat the skin all the time and really enjoy it. So we'll take the skin off. So we're making a trout salad, kind of like tuna salad, but with trout. And this preparation, like I said, takes minutes. And you know, once we put these pieces in here, the next 2 steps, there's literally 3 more steps you gotta do, and then they're ready to be served. Now we have the pieces in the mixing bowl. We're gonna use a fork and we're gonna just mash it up until all of the fish are in tiny little flakes. My preference is to have this mash them into tiny flakes, but if you want to have chunks, you can certainly do that if you want to. And you know, everyone, when it comes to eating, there isn't really right or wrong. So let's talk about these rainbow trout. These rainbow trout were caught around Merritt, in lakes around Merritt, and there are dozens of lakes you can choose from in the area. The lakes are stocked with rainbow trout, but these trout are not those pellet-fed fish that you're thinking of. All of these trout go into the lakes at roughly around 10 grams, so they're roughly around this big. And within a year, they can go up to, let's say, half a pound. And in a couple of years, they can be 1 pound to 2 pounds. And you know, the more time they spend in the lakes, the bigger they get. So the growth rate is pretty fast, as you can see, because the abundance of food is very, very high. They feed on insects, they feed on invertebrates like snails, they feed on leeches, they feed on freshwater shrimp, and they even feed on small shiners as well, if there are shiners, there's minnows in the lake. So no shortage of food. And the quality of the food is also very good. So because of the diet is really good, we end up with really, really good eating fish. Really healthy, sustainable eating fish. And I totally encourage you guys to go out there and try out these fisheries and really enjoy them. Springtime is my favorite time of the year to get out there. And you can definitely get into dozens of fish every day. Each lake have thousands or even tens of thousands of fish to catch. So there isn't a shortage of them. They can be tricky to catch at times, but once you figure it out, it's pretty fun. And like I said, it's very good eating fish as well. The daily limit range anywhere from 2 fish a day to 5 fish a day, depending on which lake you fish from. So it's pretty generous, and you can bring home, you know, let's say if one fish is roughly around 2 pounds, you can bring home anywhere from 4 pounds of fish to 10 pounds of fish, assuming you catch a limit. And we're ready for the next step. Now we're ready to add the mayonnaise in here. Be generous. You don't want this to be too dry, then it's kind of boring. So I'll just start out with this amount, I guess. It's everyone's a little different. And then you just mix, right? So the consistency, again, it's personal preference. I like it to be not too solid. So you mix it up like so. If you don't have enough in there, it's gonna be too dry, and that's not gonna taste very good. So now it's forming into all these clumps, like so. I want to add a little bit more, just a little bit more, not too much. So that is looking pretty good here. It's got the consistency that I want. It's not too dry, not too wet, and you can pick it up like so. You can try tasting it. It's good. Actually, it's still a little too dry, so I'm gonna add a little bit more in here. That actually tastes pretty good. Sometimes the fish can taste better on the following day. I find for some species it's like that. For other species, not so much. You have to eat it like right away. Okay. Even better now. Okay, try that. So. Like that. Now, next step. Yummy. So now next step is we're gonna add salt and pepper into it. Not too much, because these fish have already been salted and seasoned when it was cooked. So just a little bit, not too much. And that is it. That is the recipe. This is going to be a really short video. So with this, you can add some crunch into it as well. If you want to add some diced up pickles, if you want to add onions, feel free to do so. You can garnish it with some parsley, some chives as well. Totally. So there's so many options that you can choose from. But I'm just going with the simple combination right now. Just mayo, salt and pepper, and that's it. And you can put it on crackers. Spread it. Oh yeah, look at that. Like so. That is pretty awesome. That's good. Normally I have a really hard time even just eating a small piece of trout, but with this recipe, with this mix, I bet you I can in fact eat this entire bowl tonight. Well, maybe we shouldn't add that in there. That's not going to be the challenge. But yeah, this is great. It's just another option you can have. I'm always looking for options, right? It's kind of boring if you're just eating this fish with the same recipe every time. But having different variety, it's excellent. This could be served at the party. It can be served as a personal snack, like I said. I'm gonna put that in the glass bowl like so. And you can store it away in the fridge, and yeah, it's great. Okay, well, if you enjoy this video, please like it and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate your support. Leave a comment on the bottom. Let me know what you would add into this to make this even better. I would love to hear it. I would love to try it as well. And until next time, good luck fishing and good luck cooking.